Hello everyone, my name is Truckhunter, and in this video we're going to be truck hunting in the forest. This is the Hickerson Forest Preserve, named after Jared Hickerson, otherwise known as America's first hillbilly. It's a very famous place and there's all kinds of things going on here, so I thought, why not find some trucks in here? I'm sure I can find one, just give me enough time. It's my special talent. Alright, let's get into it. But before we go anywhere, I'm gonna have to put on some of this here bug spray. You see, there's gonna be some ticks in this forest. There's probably gonna be some bugs wanting to get at me. So I'm gonna have to put on some of this bug spray because my old pa told me that if I get Lyme's disease, my skin's gonna turn bright green. So don't want that happening. So we gotta put on some of this bug spray. If you're trying this at home, please do this too. Fuck, it's in my mouth. It's in my mouth. It hurts. Alright, that should do it. Before we go into the forest, I have some strategy talk to do with you guys. I found this here portal potty, and I'm gonna be using it here to hide out before we have to go out into the woods and see if we can find some trucks. So I have a lot of strategies when it comes to finding trucks, and one thing I've noticed is that usually when you find one truck, other trucks are around too. That's something I've always found. So if we can just find our first truck in this forest, we're gonna be really good. We're gonna be set and everything's gonna be good. Other than that, other truck hunting strategies is look for diesel puddles. So we're gonna be looking for those. And one more thing is if you see a guy in a hat with like open flaps, you know, like net hat, that's where you're gonna find trucks a lot of times if you see a guy like that. So that's what I'm gonna be looking for. Alright, so let's go into it. As you can see here, the forest path is quite unkempt. So I'm gonna have to navigate all this brush. This is not gonna make finding trucks easy. In fact, I'd be impressed if one drove through this forest without getting their tires popped. It'd have to be pretty good tires, but I know that a lot of truck people, that's what they're doing with their tires. They're making them good. So we gotta be looking out for those kinds of people, those kinds of truckers who love going off the terrain a little bit, love driving into some trees. I know some people up in Canada, I have some friends up in Canada who love driving into trees. It's a big thing over there. But yeah, shout out to my Alberta friends. Everyone loves Alberta. Alberta is probably one of the most important places when it comes to the culture developing. It's kind of dead out here in Appalachia. People kind of forgot about hillbilly culture here. But in Alberta, they're keeping it alive. So thank you to all those folks out there. This forest is not making things easy on me. The brush is brutal. I'm walking into branches like nearly every second. So if I don't make it out, I guess I leave my stuff to my first wife. She's probably my favorite of all of them. Alright, but yeah, I'll keep you guys posted on my progress. Not looking good so far though. Oh shit, that's a big mushroom. Yeah, 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 oh yeah, that's a big mushroom. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh, that's a huge mushroom. Shit. That's such a big mushroom. I haven't seen such a big mushroom in years. I'm having a pretty hard time finding trucks around here, but while I'm struggling with that and while I'm taking a break, I figured it'd be a good time to tell you a little bit more about myself. So my name is Nashford Trickett, otherwise known as Nash Trick. I'm 28, I'm from West Virginia, and yeah, I'm a pretty interesting guy. You know, a lot of the times when I start telling people about me, they always ask, how were you divorced 3 times at 28? Well, it's a pretty interesting story, so if you don't mind me saying, then I'll tell you all about it. So my first wedding, oh, that was something. Back in middle school, second year, I had my friends, they introduced me to this girl. Her name was Gina, and oh, she was beautiful. She was beautiful. She had flowing blonde locks down to her ankles, and she was, there's a bug trying to eat me, fuck. But yeah, she was beautiful, and I really loved her. We got married at the back of the school bus. We were officiated by my friend John from homeroom. Oh, what a great guy that guy was. But yeah. So for a while it was love at first sight. Like, it was going really well. I was the captain of the football team. She was the captain of the soccer team. Women's soccer team, of course, because at my school they didn't really mix up things like that. Not that there's really a problem with that. I think that women are really good at sports. But anyways, we had a really good relationship. It wasn't really a problem at all that she was a part of a completely different sport, in fact. But yeah, just things didn't end up going well. She said, "You keep saying my name the wrong way," and I'm like, "Well, then what do you want me to say, bitch?" And she really didn't like that. She told Marcus from fifth year, he was a year below us, fucking idiot. She told him, "I want to get a divorce," and like, then he submitted it to the class council. The class council was a group of these teenagers who was like making all the rules and stuff, and they were passing out these rules at the school, and they said, "Hey, you gotta leave her alone." And I'm like, bullshit, I just paid $20 for this marriage. So yeah, that's how things ended. But still hoping that one day she sees the light, comes back to me. After that, she started dating some guy, Troy, who was really into like Axe body spray. He was always blowing up Axe bombs in the bathroom. It was bullshit. But yeah, so that's something about me. That's my first marriage. So if you've never heard the story about how these woods got their name, they're named after Jared Hickerson. So basically the story with this guy is that in these very woods, he became the first hillbilly ever. He jumped off a stump, he did a backflip into a pool of beers. Like, his friends poured out a bunch of beers, and then he did a backflip into it. And then he was declared the first hillbilly ever. So that's how the story of how the woods got their name. So yeah, it's a very famous story around here, but if you're an international viewer, you might not know that. But yeah, he's a very aspirational man, you know. His last name, Hickerson, it got shortened to Hick, became a synonymous term for all people like this. All people of my kind, you know. My friends, do you see that? That is another mushroom. Oh, we are so doing good on mushrooms. We found 2-for-1 mushrooms. If this show was called Mushroom Hunting, then we could already have a full episode right here, but sadly, the show's called Truck Hunting, so we gotta keep looking. This is not enough. So while I'm looking around, walking around these woods looking for trucks, I figured I'd pull out some of the viewer submitted questions. So this first one is, what's your favorite music artist? Okay, so my favorite, my favorite music artist is, I don't know if you've heard of her, it's this artist Shakira. She has these great songs, Hips Don't Lie, that's a great one. Oh, She-Wolf, that's a great one. Wacka Wacka, oh, that's a great song. I love Shakira. I love dancing to her music. So that's my answer to that question. Another question I got right here is, what kind of candy do I like the most? I like fruit roll-ups. They used to be called fruit by the foot, but now they're called fruit roll-ups. Really good candy. You can just pull up a big one and eat it and slurp it. So that's why I like them. So something I hear a lot of people ask me is, why don't I ever wear a belt? Well, the belt is a fundamentally useless invention, because if you look at pants, if you look at jeans like these, they got useful stuff there. You can just put something in there. I put a Slim Jim here. I got a big Slim Jim in my pants, and what I could do is I could just take it out, take a bite of it whenever I get hungry. So check this out. Tastes a little bit like bug spray for some reason, but that's good stuff. It's gonna keep me nourished while I look in the woods. See, if I get hungry, I just got my little Slim Jim thing there. Don't need a belt. So yeah, that answers that question. Ooh, this is one of those Appalachia killers that you want to look out for. This is a spiky plant. As you can see, it has spikes on the plant, and that is no good because it tears into you and it just leaves you in shreds. I had a friend named Bobby Filler. He died from one of those spiky plants because he kept bumping into them and they got all up in his clothes, and basically he became a walking spike guy. and he bled out to death. So that's something you really want to avoid out in the woods. You see, it's very dangerous here. I'm risking my life even being here. Maybe I should go. I could find a truck somewhere else, can't I? Ah! I got a spike in my finger. I might die, guys. It's not loading. It's not rendering. I got a spike in my finger. Ah! 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 Oh, this is bad. This is bad. Oh, I need a band-aid quick or I might bleed out. Yeah, I'm getting out of here. I can't be in these woods anymore. I gotta find my way out and get back to safety. I can find trucks at home. Yeah, I gotta get out of here. This place isn't safe. All right, guys, I got good news and bad news. Good news is I made it out of the forest. Bad news is I have no idea where I am. This is not where I went in. I spent so long in there. I got so hungry, I had to eat my whole Slim Jim and the peel. Damn. So I don't know where I am. There's a street right around there. Let me see if I can find anyone. All right, so we made it out of the forest. I found this here street, but I have no idea where I am. So I guess I'll just follow this until I can find a way to get home. The bad news is that we failed to find a truck, but at least I survived. I thought I might have been cursed by the spirit of Jared Hickerson for a second there, but I made it out. Whoa! What was that? That was a truck! It was a really big one! Yeah! We found a truck! We did it!